Hello guys, this is Recaps Now here. Today, I'm going to explain an episodic movie called Battleground. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The revolves around a man called Rencho, who was a sharpshooter by profession. In the introductory scene, he parks the car outside a house that belonged to a man called Hans Morris. Morris was the owner of a multi-million toy company and Renshaw's next target. We see that Morris was looking at the toy shelf and took out a green fairy. Renshaw observes him standing by the window and gets ready to accomplish his plan. He loads his weapon and wears a face mask and a fake mobile phone to mislead the guard. We see a countdown begins on the phone and the guard panics and goes to throw it away when Renshaw attacks him and kills him via gunshot using a silencer. He then steals the key to the house and enters. At first, he disconnects the CCTV and takes off his mask. He then goes to the study, killing another guard in the process. After this, he comes to Morris and brutally kills him with gunshots in the forehead and the chest. After ensuring that Morris was no more, he collects the green fairy and sees a picture with a message from Morris's mother and leaves from there. Even the scene then shifts to when he is in an aircraft and traveling home, when he texts his client that the job had been accomplished. We see that he was enjoying the flight when a co-passenger asks him for gum. He opens the bag to give her gum, but she notices the toy fairy and finds it suspicious. Next, we see that Renshaw reaches the airport, and the news of Morrissey's death had become the talk of the town. While leaving, he notices that a girl had a similar toy as was present in Morrissey's room. He does not notice this at first, but when he notices a similar toy in the neighborhood, he becomes suspicious. Next, we see that he keeps the fairy in his souvenir case. All the souvenirs were collected from a victim. Renshaw returns home and falls asleep. At night, he suddenly wakes up due to a knock on the door, but does not open the door. The lady leaves the parcel outside and leaves. Renshaw then brings the parcel and keeps it in the kitchen. The note was addressed to him, but had no sender at all. However, the signature had a resemblance to that of Morrissey's mom. Renshaw hesitates for a bit and then opens the parcel to find several toys in it. It was sent from Morrissey's company. Renshaw then checks the box for if it was a trap or not. He finds nothing suspicious and opens the box to find a horde of soldiers. Later, we see the box falls off the shelf. Renshaw remembers it was not there before, so he goes to check and finds out that the soldiers in the box were missing. We see that he finds some weird things happening in the house, and suddenly one of the soldiers injures him in the legs. Renshaw understands that the toys were behind all this. When he checks for it, the soldiers fire at him from beneath the table. The bullets do not harm him that much, but he is afraid. Next, we see they attack him with explosives, burning his pants. Renshaw figures out that the soldiers were small but dangerous. We see that the group of toy soldiers repeatedly fired at him, and he somehow escapes to the washroom. We then see that he had a badly injured knee and several bullets were stuck to his body that was quite painful. Renshaw then uses a mirror to see what was happening in the nearby room. He sees that they were firing at the lights so that it would become dark. When the group sees him, they throw a cannonball at him, breaking the mirror. An anguished Renshaw goes to the other room and gets his gun to threaten the soldiers. He then uses a rifle that makes the toy soldiers back off. Renshaw then flips the couch and sees the dead bodies. We see the surviving lot helps to revive others. This amazes Renshaw. Renshaw then tries to stamp them, and when the group tries to fight, he shoots them down. We then see 3 army helicopters attack him brutally, but he somehow survives. Renshaw then runs to his room to find many cuts on his face and uses alcohol to dress the wounds and regain composure. Before he could catch a breath, he is attacked by a helicopter again, and he picks it up and breaks it apart. Following this, he flushes the remains in the loo and kills them using a hairdryer. Later that night, we see that he was in the loo and attends to his wound. Later that night, a soldier leaves a note for him to give in. Renshaw was amazed by it and warns the soldiers back. Later, he realizes that it was a trap only. A group of soldiers fires at him, and this endangers Renshaw's life. He tries to escape, but is unsuccessful. We see that he somehow gets to the balcony when he is again attacked by the toys. Just then, Rensho fires back. When he gets back to the balcony, he is relieved. But outside, a lot of soldiers were ready to fire him. Rensho then uses a rubber duck to mislead the soldiers and also uses a fire extinguisher to escape. We then see another group of soldiers attacks Rensho, whom he fights off by lighting a fire. He then uses a knife to crush them. He then goes to those fighting the fire extinguisher. At last, he had killed all the soldiers and left, but he forgot about the bonus surprise. He drinks and swims to relax when somebody cuts off his wrist. He then stitches his cuts and goes to the elevator. We see that he is attacked by a single commander inside the elevator. He then somehow gets to another elevator and feels safe, but to no avail as the commander follows him. The commander attacks and stabs Rensho, but he is hardly harmed. Rensho then catches the commander and kills it by holding it in between his finger and the elevator. He feels very happy seeing a headless soldier, but notices an explosive was attached to it. The bomb blasts, killing Rensho. We then see that the box has written in it that it has surprises within. In the last scene, we see the ferry moving somewhere else. Thus, the movie ends. Thank you for watching.